Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly, and today our topic is how to create WebinarKit Registrant from WordPress user and send WhatsApp message. So here for my objective, what I want is that whenever a new user will be registered in my WordPress account, then automatically by using the detail of my user, I have to create a new registrant in my webinar in WebinarKit, and after creating that registrant, I need to send a message on WhatsApp to my registrant by using WhatsApp Cloud API. So for my objective, I have to build a connection between WordPress, WebinarKit and WhatsApp Cloud API. So for building this connection, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing software for automation and integration. Now with Pabbly Connect, what I'm going to do is that as a new registered user will be added in my WordPress account, then automatically I'm going to create a new registrant in my WebinarKit account, and after creating that registrant, a new message will be sent automatically on WhatsApp by using WhatsApp Cloud API. So how I'm going to build this connection? For that, let me take you to my computer screen. I hope all you can see my computer screen, and today we are going to see that how we can create WebinarKit Registrant from WordPress user. And also we want to send WhatsApp message to that particular registrant. So here what I want is that whenever I get a new user register by using a registration form, that as a new user will fill this form, then automatically that user will be added in my WordPress account as a new user. And as I will have a new user in my WordPress account, then automatically I'm going to add that user as a new registrant in my webinar in WebinarKit. And as that user will register in my webinar in WebinarKit, then automatically I'm going to send a message on WhatsApp to that particular user that they have successfully registered in my webinar. So I want all this to happen automatically. And for sending the message on WhatsApp, I'm going to use WhatsApp Cloud API, which is an official API platform by Meta. So here for doing all this automatically, what I need to do is I need to use Pabbly Connect, and with the help of Pabbly Connect, I'm going to build this connection between WordPress, WebinarKit and WhatsApp Cloud API. So I'm going to build this connection without any coding and program skills, and I'm going to set up this amazing automation in such a way that whenever I'm going to get a new user added in my WordPress account, then automatically I'm going to add that user as a new register, as a new registrant in my webinar in WebinarKit, and then automatically I'm going to send a WhatsApp message to that particular user. So let's get started, and for using Pabbly Connect, what I need to do is I need to open a new tab, and here I need to search for pabbly.com/connect, and this will take us to this landing page of Pabbly Connect. Now here I have two options, sign in and sign up for free. If we don't have any account with Pabbly Connect, then we can just click on this sign up for free button, and this will take only 2 minutes of our time, and we will get 100 tasks free every month. Or if we already have an account, we can just sign in and we will get to see this page. So these are all the apps that Pabbly offers, and we are going to use Pabbly Connect here. For that, I need to click here on this Access Now button under Pabbly Connect, and this will direct us to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Now here what I need to do is I need to create a new workflow, and for that I'm going to click here on this Create Workflow button, and this window will pop up. Now here I need to name my workflow, so I'm going to name it as my objective, which is to create WebinarKit Registrant from WordPress user and send WhatsApp message. Now what I need to do is I need to select the folder where I want to save my workflow, so I'm going to open this tab, and here I will find all the folders that I have created in my Pabbly Connect account. And here I have this particular folder of WordPress, so I'm going to select this, and now I need to click on create, and it will take us to this window of our workflow. And here we have these two boxes, trigger and action. So these are the two main principles on which our workflow works on. And trigger says when this happens, action says do this. So trigger is going to be the first step that will get executed in our workflow, and action will just follow that. So we need to set up our trigger first, and here my trigger application is going to be WordPress. So I'm going to select WordPress here, and now I need to give a trigger event. So I'm going to open this tab, and in this tab I have this option of user registers. So I'm going to select this, and now what I need to do is I need to connect WordPress with Pabbly Connect in my workflow, and for that I need to use this webhook URL, and this webhook URL is going to work as a bridge between WordPress and Pabbly Connect. Now for connecting these two applications, I need to follow all these instructions, and first I need to copy this webhook URL. Now I need to take you back to my WordPress account, and here I need to go to plugins, and in plugins I need to add a new plugin. So I'm going to click on this option of add new plugin, Now here in plugins, what I need to do is I need to search for a particular plugin that is named as WP Webhook. So I'm going to search for that. And here this is my plugin. Now what I need to do is I need to install this particular plugin in my WordPress account, and I have already installed this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to settings, and in settings I'm going to open this plugin of WP Webhooks. So I'm going to open this, and here in WP Webhooks I need to go to send data. And here in send data, what I need to do is I need to first scroll down and I need to select this option of user created. And here in user created, I need to add a new webhook. So for that, I'm going to click here on this add webhook URL button. And first I need to give a name to my webhook. So I'm going to give a name to Webinar Registrant. So Webinar Registrant is going to be my webhook name. And now what I need to do is I need to give my webhook URL. So here in this tab, I'm going to paste my webhook URL that I have copied from Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to paste that here, and I need to click on add for create user. And here I have successfully added my webhook. Now what I need to do is I need to go back to Pabbly Connect. Now here we can see it is waiting for webhook response. So how I'm going to get this webhook response? For that I need to register a new user in my WordPress account, and for that I'm going to use my registration form. So I'm going to go to my registration form, and here I need to fill this form to create a new user in my WordPress account. So here I'm going to fill all the dummy details, and here my first name will be Josh, last name will be Karas. Now I need to give an email, so my email will be joshkaras@pabblytudes.com, and I'm going to set up a password. So this is a random password, and now I need to give a mobile number. So here I'm going to give a random mobile number with my country code, that is 91, and here this is my random phone number. Now what I need to do is I need to click on submit. And here I have successfully submitted my form, and I have registered a new user in my WordPress account. Now to check this, let me take you to WordPress, and here I will go to users, and I'm going to open all users. Now here in this list of all users, what I'm going to do is I'm going to search for my user. So the first name of my user is Josh, so I'm going to search for that. And here in my list we can see I have this new user that is named as Josh Karas, and the email is joshkaras@pabblytudes.com. So here I have just added this new user in my WordPress account by filling out my registration form. Now let me take you back to Pabbly Connect. And here in Pabbly Connect we can see I have received this response. So in this response I have all the detail of my user that I've just created in my WordPress account. And here I have my mobile number of my user. Here I have the nickname, that is Josh Karas. I have the first name, that is Josh. I have the last name, Karas. And the role of my user is of a subscriber. Also I have the email address, that is joshkaras@pabblytudes.com, and I have my data ID. So here we can see that I have received this response of my user from my WordPress account. Now what I need to do is I need to use all these details of my user to add that user as a new registrant in my webinar in WebinarKit. So for that I need to set up my actions tab, and here my action application is going to be WebinarKit. So I'm going to search for that, and I'm going to select WebinarKit here. Now I need to give an action event, so I'm going to open this tab, and new webinar registration will be my action event. So I'm going to select this, and I'm going to connect WebinarKit with Pabbly Connect. So I'll click here on connect. I will click on add new connection, and for connecting WebinarKit, what I need to do is I need to give a token. So how I can get this token for connecting WebinarKit with Pabbly Connect? For that I need to go back to my WebinarKit account. Now I need to go to my profile, and I'm going to open settings. Now here in settings I need to scroll down, and here I have this option of API access, and in this I have to click on create API key, and I have successfully added my API key. So I'm going to again scroll down, and here we can see I have this private API key. So this API key is my token. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this. I will go back to Pabbly Connect, and I'm going to paste that here in this token tab. And now I need to click on save. And here I have connected WebinarKit with Pabbly Connect. Now first what I need to do is I need to give a webinar ID of that particular webinar where I want to add my registrant. So for this, let me take you back to WebinarKit. I will go back. And here in WebinarKit, I have all these webinars. So I'm going to use this particular webinar where I want to add my registrant, which is named as Pabbly Webinar. So I'm going to go back to Pabbly Connect, And here I need to select my webinar ID. So I'm going to open this tab, and here I have all these webinars. So I'm going to select this webinar ID of Pabbly webinar. And now what I need to do is I need to fill all these tabs to add a new registrant in my webinar in WebinarKit. So here I need to fill all these tabs. And here what I need to do is I need to use all the detail of my user that I have received as a response from my WordPress account. So I need to use all the details of my user to create a new registrant for my webinar in WebinarKit. And I need to map all those details of my user in these tabs. So here for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use mapping. And what mapping is a technique through which I can retrieve the data from the previous tabs, and the data that is changing will get replaced with the new data in the real time. So for mapping, I need to click here. I will open the response of WordPress. And here I need to first give the email address. So I'm going to search for the email address of my user. And here this is the email address. So I'm going to map this. Similarly, I have to give the first name. So I'm going to search for the first name. So here this is the first name, that is Josh. So I'm going to map this. Now I'm going to map the last name. So I need to click here. I will open this response of WordPress. And here this is the last name. So I'm going to map this. Now I need to map the phone number. So I'm going to click here. I will open the response of WordPress. And here this is the mobile number or the phone number of my user. So I'm going to map this. Now I need to scroll down, and here I need to give the webinar presentation date, and I need to make sure that my presentation date is in this particular format. So here what I need to do is I need to give the presentation date of my webinar. So I'm going to fill that here, and I need to fill that in this particular format. So here this is going to be my presentation date, that is 30th of June 2024, and the timing will be of 12 PM. So I have filled my presentation date here, and now what I need to do is I need to click on Save and Send Test Request button. And here I have this response. So this is a positive response, and this means that I have added a new registrant in my webinar in WebinarKit. Now to check this, let me take you to WebinarKit. Now here I have used this particular webinar of Pabbly webinar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this drop down, and I'm going to view analytics of this particular webinar. So I'm going to select this. And here I'm going to scroll down, and here I have this option of all my registrants. So here in this section, we can see I have added this new registrant in my webinar of Pabbly webinar. So here I have the email address of my registrant, that is joshkaras@pabblytudes.com. I have the first name, that is Josh. I have the last name, that is Karas, and I have the random phone number. So here we can see that these are all the details of my user that I have added in my WordPress account. And automatically by using all the detail of my user, I have added that as a new registrant in my webinar in WebinarKit. So here I have created this connection between WordPress and WebinarKit, and it is working successfully. Now what I need to do is I need to use all these detail of my webinar and the registrant, and I need to send a WhatsApp message to notify my registrant that they have successfully registered for my webinar. So for this, I need to go back to Pabbly Connect. And now for sending the message on WhatsApp, I need to add one more actions tab. And here for sending the message on WhatsApp, I'm going to use WhatsApp Cloud API. So I need to search for that. And here I'm going to select WhatsApp Cloud API. Now I need to give an action event. So I'm going to open this tab, and send template message will be my action event. So I'm going to select this, and I'm going to connect WhatsApp Cloud API with Pabbly Connect. So I'll click here on connect. I will click on add new connection. And for connecting WhatsApp Cloud API, I need a token, phone number ID, and WhatsApp business account ID. So how you can get all these details and how you can set up your WhatsApp Cloud API account. For that, what you need to do is you need to open this hyperlink of Learn More, and it will take us to the forum of Pabbly Connect. And here in this forum, we can see we have all the details and instruction of how we can get all the details that are required for connecting Pabbly Connect with WhatsApp Cloud API. And we have the instruction of how we can set up WhatsApp Cloud API account and how we can get the permanent token. So here you have all the instruction and all these videos. So I have already set up a WhatsApp Cloud API account. So I'm going to go back to Pabbly Connect, and here I need the token, phone number ID, and WhatsApp business account ID. So for these details, I need to take you to my WhatsApp Cloud API account. And here in my WhatsApp Cloud API account, I have my access token, phone number ID, and WhatsApp business account ID. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to first refresh my access token, as this is a temporary access token. That's why I've refreshed this. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy all these details and I'm going to paste them in Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to do that. And here in Pabbly Connect, I have added all the required details. Now what I need to do is I need to click on save. And here I've successfully connected WhatsApp Cloud API with Pabbly Connect. Now for sending the message, what I need is I need a template name. So here, first I need to create a new template, and in that template, I need to first customize my message that I want to send to my registrant. And after customizing that message in my template, I need to take the approval for my template from Meta. So how I can create my template and how I can access my template, for that I need to go back to my WhatsApp Cloud API account. And here for getting to my templates, I need to open this hyperlink by clicking here. And here this will take us to WhatsApp Manager where we have all the message templates. And by clicking on this create template button, you can create your template and you can customize the message that you want. Here I have created this particular template and I have taken the approval for my template. Now I'm going to use this new registrant template for sending the WhatsApp message. So I'm going to show you my template. So here this is my template, and in my template I have added these 3 variables. So these variables are going to get replaced every time I'm going to receive the new detail of my registrant. So these details are going to get replaced with the detail of the new registrant. So here I have the variable for my registrant name, webinar time and date. And also here I have customized this message that says, hi, I'm going to add the name of my registrant. Thank you for registering for our upcoming webinar. And here I'm going to add the name of my webinar. We are excited to have you join us on, and here I'm going to add my webinar date and time. To ensure you don't miss any updates, we have added you to our WhatsApp group. You will receive reminders, important information and any necessary resources here. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Looking forward to seeing you at the webinar. Best regards, Team Pabbly. So here I have customized this message in my template, and I'm going to send this message automatically to my registrant every time I'm going to create a new registrant in WebinarKit with my WordPress user details. So I'm going to go back to Pabbly Connect. And for selecting your template, you need to open this tab. And here in this tab, you will find all the templates that you have in your WhatsApp Cloud API account. And here my template is already selected, and my language code and template ID is already selected too. Now what I need to do is I need to first give my recipient mobile number. And here I'm going to give the mobile number of my user that has registered as a new registrant in WebinarKit and also registered himself as a new user in WordPress. So I'm going to click here. I will open the response of WordPress. And here this is the mobile number and the WhatsApp number of my user. So I'm going to map this. Now what I need to do is I need to fill all these details of body field 1, body field 2 and body field 3. So these are the tabs of my variables. So here I need to first map the registrant name. So I'm going to click here. I will open this response of WordPress. And here this is the first name of my registrant. So I'm going to map this. I will give a space and I'm going to map the last name. Now what I need to do is I need to give my webinar name. So here I'm going to type my webinar name, that is Pabbly Webinar. And now I need to give my webinar time and date. So I'm going to click here. I will open the response of WebinarKit. And here this is the presentation date of my webinar. So I'm going to map this. So my date is 30th of June, Sunday. And my timing is 12 PM. So here I have filled all the details and I have mapped these details here. Now here, as I have mapped all these details, I have made these details dynamic. So whenever I'm going to receive new response from my WordPress account or WebinarKit, then automatically all these details that I've mapped here are going to get replaced with the new detail that I'm going to receive as a new responses in real time. Now as I've mapped all these details, what I need to do is I need to click on Save and Send Test Request button. And here we can see I have received this response. So this is a positive response, and this means that I have sent a WhatsApp message automatically to my registrant. Now to check this, let me open WhatsApp. And here on WhatsApp, we can see I have received this new message. So I'm going to open this. And here I have received this message that says, hi Josh Karras. So this was the name of my registrant. Thank you for registering for our upcoming webinar of Pabbly Webinar. We are excited to have you join us on Sunday, June 30, 2024 at 12 PM. To ensure you don't miss any updates, we have added you to our WhatsApp group. You will receive reminders, important information, and any necessary resources here. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Looking forward to seeing you at the webinar. Best regards, Team Pabbly. So here we can see that automatically by using my template that I have in my WhatsApp Cloud API account, I have sent this message to my registrant that has registered for my webinar in WebinarKit and also registered as a new user in my WordPress account. So here I have used all the detail of my registrant and the webinar to send this message automatically on WhatsApp. And here I have added this registrant in my webinar by using all the detail of my user that has registered in my WordPress account. So here my connection between WordPress, WebinarKit and WhatsApp Cloud API is working successfully. Now whenever a new user will be registered in my WordPress account, then automatically we are going to use that detail of the user to register that user as a new registrant in our webinar in WebinarKit. And as we are going to add the new registrant in WebinarKit, then automatically we are going to send a WhatsApp message to that particular registrant. So here I have successfully created this automation and this connection between WordPress, WebinarKit and WhatsApp Cloud API. Now let's go back to Pabbly Connect. And here we have created this amazing automation and this connection between WordPress, WebinarKit and WhatsApp Cloud API for automatically creating WebinarKit registrant from WordPress user and send WhatsApp messages. So let's summarize what we did here. So first I have set up my trigger and my trigger application was WordPress and my trigger event was user registers. Then I have set up my action step and my action application was WebinarKit and my action event was new webinar registration. Then I have set up my last action step and here I have used WhatsApp Cloud API and here my action event was send template message. So this is how I have successfully created this workflow, and you can also create this workflow by following all the steps that I did in my workflow. And I'm also going to put the link of my workflow in the description so you can check it out from there, and thank you for watching this video. Not just these applications, you can automate and integrate a lot more applications like this by using Pabbly Connect. So if you want to reach out to us, then email us at support@pabbly.com, and if you have any queries, then you can write us at forum.pabbly.com, and if you have any issue with the pricing, then you can visit this link. And if you like this video, then please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.